Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about how I maintain my hair colour and also how I tone my hair. So this is basically about toning and stuff. So this will range from what I use and a little bit of how I did it. So if you want to know more about my hair and stuff, I'll link the other videos where I talk about my hair and stuff down there. Okay, so right after I bleach my hair, by the way, I do all highlights. So after I bleach the hair and just at the roots at least. The first time I did it I used a hair dye, and I still use a hair dye but I don't use all of the hair dye. So I use box dyes. This one is from L'Oreal, this one's from Revlon. I find that I get a better result if I use the L'Oreal Superior Preference, but I've also bought this one from Goldwell, Top Chic, which is a professional dye. So anyway, right after I bleach my hair, I use any of the dyes that I have. The dyes that I use range from light ash blonde to medium or mid ash blonde, as this one is. When I first started doing my hair, I used the peroxide that came with the packaging. So like this one's from L'Oreal, I would use this. I wouldn't use the whole thing, I would just kind of like measure it in smaller containers, because if I'm just going to do my roots I don't need the whole thing, and that way I can get roughly 2 or 3 uses out of a box dye. But now I don't really use that. Now I just take let's see if I can get it. I get the dye itself, so the dye is usually like this, and I use a 1.5 cream developer or activator. So this one is from Innovative. I got this from Priceline. So this is less than a 10%, I believe. You could use a 10% or you could use this. This one will give you more of a semi-permanent, and the 10% will give you... I know, actually, this will give you a demi-permanent and that one will give you a semi-permanent. I'm not entirely sure the difference, but this one washes out a lot easier and does not actually lift your hair. So it's really perfect for toning, because if you use the cream developer from the box, it's usually a 24 or 34, so that lifts your hair, so it actually damages your hair a bit more. Whereas if you would just use something like a 1.5 or whatever is a 10 vol, it will just basically put some colour on the hairs and not actually lift it, so it's just depositing colour, that's what I mean. It's just going to deposit colour. So the ratio that I use, I find that with drugstore ones that you have to make equal proportions, because that's what I find with the box and stuff, like it's always equal proportions or almost equal. So that's what I do, just equal proportions. And if I use the 1.5 one, it appears a little bit watery, a little bit runny, and I just run it through my hair, and then I usually apply it on dry hair. You could apply it on wet hair, but I find that you get better results if you put it on dry hair. So I leave it on and I just continually watch it change the colour, and I just usually just try to stick it to the yellow bits or the yellowy orange bits, and then just wait for it to tone. Okay, so that's that. And then if I'm going to use a professional dye like this one, this is by the way 7A if you're wondering. So for this one, the proportions are different, so you need 2 parts of the developer and 1 part of this, and it gives you basically the same effect. This, by the way, gives you more of a green kind of ashy blonde, not a purple one. Another option you can do is using one of those cream toners. I've got this one in a Ziploc bag because it's spilling at the moment. This one is by Schwarzkopf Live Colour, so you can see the brands peeking through. Oh, here, it's actually better here. There you go. And this one is the silver toner. If you get this from Priceline, it's probably like $4 or $5. If you get this from Chemist Warehouse, it's probably $3 and a few cents. But anyway, it's a purple toner, so here you go. Basically, you just apply it on your hair and just leave it in for a bit, and then just keep checking, because this thing is very, very potent. It does stain your skin, it does stain the hairs as well, so you just want to be careful that you don't overtone your hair. Another purple toner, also from Schwarzkopf, but this time from the Nordic Blonde line, is this one. Is a blonde toner, which I've also talked about and I've also done a review of. It's basically almost the same product as this. I'm not entirely sure if they are exactly the same product, but I found that this is a little bit more moisturising than this one, because every time I use this my hair just feels really dry and brittle. But it does the job, it does tone the hair. I actually just used it right now, and then I just use conditioner after. But anyway, it's also very pigmented, as you can see. it's not as pigmented. Actually, can't see on the camera, but in person it's not as pigmented as the one you can buy in that little sachet or box thing. So that's that. And for maintaining the hair colour on like a weekly basis, if I don't want to tone it using those cream toners, those dyes and stuff, I will use a purple shampoo. This one is by Lee Stafford, which I always talk about. This is Lee Stafford Bleach Blondes shampoo, and it's a very, very pigmented purple shampoo, as you can see there. Yeah, pigmented. I usually leave it in my hair for at least 1 or 2 minutes. More than that, I find that my hair turns a little bit grey. This by far is the cheapest pigmented shampoo that I've used, or seen in the market at least. I've used high-end ones and I've used like other drugstore ones, but this one I found is the best. I'm not a fan of the smell, but it really does the job. So basically, yeah, that's all the products that I use to tone my hair right after bleaching and also sort of like post-care. I also still kind of do the peroxide and the dye thing, also because there's sometimes shampoo and like these cream toners just don't work anymore, I find. I just mix these up together and it just refreshes the whole hair colour and stuff, so that's how I maintain this nice blonde colour. On the camera at the moment it does look a little bit silvery and stuff, but in person it looks more of a golden kind of blonde, but not too warm, if you know what I mean. So that's all the stuff that I do for my hair. If you guys have any other further questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, or if you have any recommendations of products that I should try out, feel free to leave the comment down below as well. Other details on how to contact me will be down there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Bye bye.